तो जैसा कि हमने बोला था कि 5 मिनट के ब्रेक के बाद में हम फिर से मिलते हैं और हमारे नेक्स्ट स्पीकर बिल्कुल रेडी हैं, डॉक्टर योगेश चांदना जी। मैं उनका एक छोटा-सा ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन देना चाहूँगी कि डॉक्टर योगेश चांदना जी इज़ मोस्ट व्यूड राइटर ऑन Quora for Vedic mathematics. Sir, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, sir. He is a certified author and trainer for Vedic mathematics, accredited by 2 international bodies. He is awarded as Best Education and Teaching Book Author for Vedic Mathematics in India, Authors Conference in Awards 2021. He is a Director of Vedic Mathematics at Madhav University, Rajasthan. He is working with Kathmandu University to launch a certificate program in Vedic mathematics in Nepal. He is taking Vedic mathematics sessions for teachers under Directorate of Secondary Education, Haryana, since March 2021. Sir, you are most welcome in this national workshop on new dimensions of Vedic mathematics. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sonia. So, good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay, so first of all, I would like to express my gratitude to the entire team of Department of Mathematics, CCS, especially Professor Shivraj Singh, Head of the Department, Dr. Saru Kumari, Dr. Sonia Gupta, Dr. Sandeep, and all the other members who gave me this opportunity to be a keynote speaker today on the 2 days national workshop, New Dimensions in Vedic Mathematics. Now, yesterday we listened to our distinguished speakers, Dr. Shriram Chithaiwala, Dr. Rakesh Bhatia, and Dr. Nidhi Handa, whose insights and perspectives have been invaluable. Now, their contributions and their perspectives have provided us more inspiration to work and to think. Today also, Dr. Anil, he explained us how mathematics can be useful and a lot of about work of 𝑵𝒆𝒃. Just now we listened to Arun sir. He gave a very remarkable and a very valuable and eye-opener comment. Sanskrit and science are not interconnected. And that is the reason we are lacking in knowledge. Everything is available in our Vedas. Every knowledge is available in our Upanishads, Vedas, Granths, everywhere. But they all are in Sanskrit. And that is one reason why we are not able to extract entire knowledge. Now, I would start from the very basics. See, कोई भी पेड़ तभी फल फूल सकता है जब वो बीज के रूप में उसका संरक्षण किया गया हो। हम बहुत से बीज लगाते हैं, क्या सभी बीज एक उन्नत पेड़ बन पाते हैं? नहीं. So we need to go deep into the problem. We need to understand problem कहाँ शुरुआत होती है. So the first question arises, why do children have fear of mathematics? See, now maths has been presented as a fear, a havoc, a stress. Now this is where problem lies. Rather, we teachers would have narrated this subject as the most easiest one, because you have a unique answer to every problem. It is not like any other subject where one problem can have different solutions. So the only thing is how we share the knowledge or how we teach them. Yesterday, Dr. Bhatia said, yes, it is far beyond calculations. Yes. Vedic mathematics has a solution to this fear factor. And here I would also congratulate CCS University, Department of Mathematics, for being the leader in starting Vedic mathematics certificate and diploma programs. Dr. Anil just said there are 20 universities who have started. Now the question arises, how many universities do we have in India? How much percentage are 20? Are they sufficient to teach entire faculty or the people who are really interested in this subject? Or they can bring a revolution, they can bring a change. See, always remember one thing. We are from India. India who gave the first university, Takshila. India who gave Ayurveda. India who gave the game of chess. India who gave the game of snake and ladders, which was a copy of Moksha. And this subject, Vedic mathematics, could also turn as a new revolution, as a rediscovery. But we need to take more steps. So it is right now, it is the time to implement and further share this knowledge with others. Right? So what? Yes, so the basic question remains the same. Why fear of mathematics? So often when you talk to people, when you talk to parents, you hear, where do we use mathematics? Are we using it practically? Yes, we do have a practical aspect. Have we given a thought over it? Yes. Can you count anything can you do without mathematics in your life, in your daily life? Right from the beginning, when you get up in the morning, an alarm clock, a watch. Can you go without that? Okay, talking about the females, you're best in cooking. What if you don't know how much proportion you have to add or how much time you have to wait? Will it work? Shopping. Everybody likes shopping. So if you're not aware about mathematics, if you don't know mathematics, will you be able to go for discount deals? Will you be able to get your bill checked? Will you be able to check the EMIs? Travel. Everybody is into travel. Navigation. How will you calculate distance, time? Or, yes, interiors, sports, fitness. We all talk about fitness these days. After Corona, everybody is concerned about the health. How will you calculate that? How many calories you burned? So everything requires mathematical calculations, health, medicine. So I don't think there is any field where you can avoid mathematics. So when it cannot be avoided, why not it should be nudged right from the beginning? I have a query. What happens if a student is not getting good marks in class 10th in mathematics? What do we teachers suggest? We as a teacher suggest, okay, beta, go for arts or go for commerce because you cannot do mathematics, right? Yes, we say the same words. Now, do you think what we are doing to him? You are creating an unknown fear for that person. Lifelong, he'll not be able to go good in mathematics because that fear, oh, my guru said this thing, my teacher said this thing, my parents don't believe on this. This is the basic problem. And one more factor. Let's just test today. All those students who went for BA or BCom, don't they turn to be good academic students later on? It's not only 10. Later on, they can change the career. They can go for good academic scores. But what happens at that time? Simple, you cannot appear for a CAT examination because there again, you have mathematics. You tell me even a single examination, a single competitive exam, a scholarship exam where we don't have mathematics. And all such students whom we demoralized, they are not able to do it later on. So what is the need of R? Yes, Vedic maths is one solution. Why? Because very first feature of Vedic mathematics is it is a journey of transformation. Transformation from fear of mathematics to confidence. Yesterday also we were discussing, right from class 1, what do we have in the syllabus of class 1 or class 2? We just have simple addition and simple subtraction. But still, we do it wrong. And whenever we are asked to verify our answers, to check our answers, we are unable to do, because we cannot find our problems, we cannot find our errors. This is a human tendency. So what if we would have taught them a simple concept of digit sum? Is it difficult? No. Digit sum, Bijan, Navashesh, or what you call as digital root, simply adding the numbers. Digit sum is a base for entire numerology. People are earning lakhs and lakhs from that concept. And our students are failing because they are not taught that simple subject, just because it is of Vedic mathematics. So very first thing, need of the R is to club, to introduce this Vedic mathematics into the curriculum of mathematics, so that these two things are not treated separately. Generally, parents have a query. What if my child is writing with your concepts, because you answer in one line, and there they have to give so many steps? Yes, these are the issues which we are facing, but issues have to be kept aside and we have to move further. The second important thing, yes, confidence. What do Vedic maths gives you? It gives you that confidence. Yes, I can. You get that feeling. And once you have this thing in your mind, yes, I can do. Or even a child have this feeling, yes, I can. Can you stop that? So this is what is happening. Sorry, I'm getting a call, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, we have only 15 minutes to
Okay.
summarize the session. So please,
Okay,
please
so we'll, yes,
start.
I'll start with that also.
Yeah.
Right. So, okay, so the topic for today was magic scares, introduction to magic scares. Right. Now, magic scares. What is a magic scare? What is a scare? A magic scare is a scare which is filled in with the numbers in such a manner that you have the total number in rows, column, and diagonals is always the same. Okay, I'll take the slide. I'll not give you the slide. I'll definitely go for the live to explain you. And I'll also explain where this magic scares are used. The very important thing is we should know the implementations. Like I told, we don't teach students where it would be implemented. And that is the reason our interest is not there. Correct? If so, we would have taught that way, so everything would have gone at its own place. Now we'll start from a very simple 3 by 3. Ma'am, screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now I'm taking a scale of 3 by 3. It's the first and the most simplest magic scale. As I already told you, a magic scale is a grid of scale where the sum, the total of all the rows, columns, that is, and the diagonals is same. Right. So we will prove this. I'll just give you an example and then I'll show you how to make a magic scale. Just have a look on this. 8, 3, 5, 7, 4, 9, 2. Now, if you just see the calculations, 8 plus 1, 9, and 6, 15. Similarly, 15, 4, 9, 2, 15. Similarly, if you go with the columns 6, 7 plus 2, 15. Again 15. So such grid where the rows, columns, and the diagonal, the sum is same. Such a grid is called as magic square. This magic squares are used at number of places, right from your designing part, art part, divine. Uh, we have in Chinese numerology, we have in games, we have in encryption, right? So codes can be sent through this encryption. So I'll be sharing you those details later on. Now, so we have two types of magics here. One is what we call as odd magic squares. This could be 3 by 3, the same what is given in front of you. 5 by 5, where we'll be having 5 rows, 5 columns. 7 by 7, 9 by 9, and so on. And for all the odd squares, the concept would remain the same. So I'll teach you two concepts of 3 also and 5. And after that, you'll be able to form any magic square, like you have one designed in your hall, 11 by 11 and further. Similarly, we have different even squares also, right from 4 by 4, 6 by 6, 8 by 8, and further 10 by 10. Now these all you can go further also, right? So we'll start with the basics first, how we got this done. Now, to design any odd number magic square, you have to follow two things. You need to understand two things. First is direction of movement. Now, how will you fill the numbers? That direction has to be always northeast. This is the first thing. Second thing, when we'll fill the numbers, in case we reach a diagonal, then we will fill the box below that. And the third, if the box is already filled, then also we will fill the box below that. Now, where to start from? Suppose we have got 9 numbers, or the magic square you saw, it was from numbers 1 to 9. Now the question arises, what would be the first number and where will you place that number? So the first number has to be in the middle. It could be any of these. Again, why? Just to maintain the symmetry, balance of the scale. So if you observe, always odd number is in the middle. Now, let's start from the topmost. If I place this number 1 at the first position, now let me tell you, we worked with Parvartya Sutra over here, according to which either your direction goes opposite, sign reverses. So here the position will reverse. Now, as per the movement northeast, I told you first thing, northeast. So the first movement of 1 will be somewhere here. But since it is outside the box, we will just put reverse at the bottom in the same column, right? third. Again, so that means 3. Again, it would come at the right. Moving further, again, see, direction would be always northeast. Now the same box is already filled. So the third point. So we already have 1 in this box. I cannot have now 4. So that goes down. Now let me tell you, this is one way of filling the magic squares, which you can say the most easiest and the most convenient way. But we have different other methods, and which we can try ourselves also to make different games, puzzles, and so on for recreation or entertainment part. 5. Now, I told you the middle. You have reached the middle point. Here, always you should have a middle number. Now, why I say 5 is a middle number? Because of, if you observe, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this 5 is a middle number. So this should be here only, right? Again, 7 cannot be done. So 6. Sorry. Oh, I'm extremely sorry. So this will be your 6. Now, coming further, diagonal. See the second point. If it is a diagonal, we fill the box below that. So 7 will come here, right? So after 6, it would be 7. Moving further, okay, in the direction this. That means 8 should be out. No, 8 goes here. And the last, you can verify. 8, 1, 6, again 15, 3, 7, 15, 9, 2, 15. This is 15 and all. So this magic square 3 by 3 is complete. Right? On the same pattern, the same 3 conditions. One is movement will be northeast. Second, if it is a diagonal, we fill the number below that. Third, if box is already filled, then we move to the box below that. Is it clear? Okay, let me go for even for bigger now. Yes, ma'am. I'll just go for this and then we can have a question round. Same thing would be applicable here also. We'll start with 1. Move. So where do we have 2 now? Yes. Correct. Again. 3. Again. 4. So that means 4 will go just opposite direction in the box at the last. 5. So this is filled. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Again, 11. So this is again filled. Sorry, I have to write 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, if you observe, 13 is a middle term if you take numbers from 1 to 25. So 13 is a middle term. Now this will also help you to check whether you're doing it right or wrong. So 13 is correct. 14, 15, again, 16 has to be on the corner. On the diagonal, not possible. So 16. So what after this? 17. Again, I'll put it directly. Again, 18. Right. The rest the same. 19. Then 20. Same. You have this filled now. You cannot move further. Come down. 21. 22. 23. So that will be 23 over here. 24. And the last. So you verify it again. You check what is the total. You can. 17 plus 24. 41. Right. 42. 50. 65. And one more way is, if you want to check with this, middle term, if you multiply with number of columns or number of rows, you should get the total. So middle term is 16. Earlier it was 5. So 5 into 3, the total should be 15. Here, the total should be 65. So again, we can add up 65, 65. It is 65 and all similarly. Right? Now talking on the same pattern, one can try with bigger numbers like 7 by 7, 9 by 9, 11 by 11, and further. So everywhere you have to follow the same 3 instructions, nothing to change. So for all odd numbers, magic squares can be done on the same pattern. Right. Yes, for odd numbers, for even numbers, you have to understand some basic concepts, some basic tricks you need to apply. For that, I'll tell you about 2 basics: 6 by 6, 8 by 8. I'll tell you first those, and then you can do it easily. Otherwise, it needs more time. So now I'm asked to finish it fast. So when we are talking about,
कुलदीप सर कहाँ जा रहे हैं? किसके? तो 3 बजे का टाइम है मैडम, मतलब अभी जा रहे हैं?
sorry, this is like 6 by 6. Correct. Now here you have to understand, if you observe, what is 6 by 6 basically? It is 4 3 by 3 magic squares. Correct. Now we already know how to fill this. We already know 3 by 3. Very simply we have, but now we have to make it to 6 by 6. So what we have to do, what we need to understand basically over here is, first we will make 3 by 3 only, and we will move from here. Yes, then you have to change some, you have to remember some differences also. The first box, you can say it as quadrant 1. The first thing would be filling up of this. So it would start from number 1. And like we have done earlier also. 2 would be here, then 3 will come here, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 and 9. Now, after doing this, you will continue from second quadrant here. So that means the number after 9 is your 10. Now 10 will start from here. Correct. So on the same pattern, if you go 11, 12, 13, then 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. So this would be the third quadrant which is to be filled. Correct. So now will be, what is the number, last number? And the first here would be 19. So you need to remember this. First Q1, Q2 this. See, I'm again repeating. This is one of the simplest way to fill such magic or design these magic squares. There are several other methods also. So might be, you might think we have to remember this concept. Yes, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, this much you have to remember. But once you start practicing, once you start doing it, so this is not remembering, it comes on its own way. And the more interest we'll be putting, we will be getting, right? So yes, 19. So then 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 26, and 27. Now left is your last quadrant, that is Q4. Now, what is the last number we did? 27. So here we'll be starting from 28. So this will have 29, 30, again 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36. So yes, right from 1 to 36. So these are the all the numbers have been covered. So remember, we in odd numbers, we started from 1, or whatever in case you are designing some magic square, or you have been given some magic square to design, starting from any number. So the first number is always in the middle box. But here you don't have any middle box in the row. So this particular, you have to sort it out like this only. Same patterns will work on 6 by 6, 8 by 8, and yes, 10 by 10 is somewhat different. It is just connecting the diagonals and you get the things. You have to move in a different manner. And when I say yes, you have to remember a bit. Okay. Now, if you see the totals, are they matching? Yes. Anyone? What is the total? What is the total? Are they matching? So how can we say it is a magic square when it is not having all the things to the total same? So very first thing, what should be the total? Now the total is always calculated like n into n square plus 1 by 2. In the first case, remember this is then when you have the same series. In that case, n was 3. First case, if you remember, 9 plus 1 2. So 30 divided by 2, 15. In the second, 5 by 5, it was 5, 25 plus 1, 26. 13 5 is 65. So what would be the total here? Yes, Mr. Bhatia, total is different because here we need to remember one thing. The total should be, what should be, for very first thing we need to understand what should be the total. So 6.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir. Sir, please conclude your session. Actually, we are getting late.
Okay.
So,
So, okay, just I'm within 1 minute. So total should be
yes, yes. Okay, sir.
111, whereas we are not getting this. Now here you need to understand, you need to remember certain things. You have to replace these numbers with that. And then, yes, somebody gave the answer 84. Yes, in the above figures, you get 84. But once you replace 8, 5, 4 with 35, 32, and 31. If you just replace, because you will not be replacing in the columns, it will only impact on rows. Then the entire totals would be 111, right? So I was given this much of time, so could not explain more on this. Right? Yes, ma'am. Over to you.
सर एक क्वेश्चन भेजा है मैंने चैट बॉक्स में, प्लीज थोड़ा सजेस्ट कर दियो कैसे होगा.
One minute. Thank you,
Sir, your
sir.
name?
Sir, there is a query from offline speaker.
सर एक क्वेश्चन भेजा है मैंने चैट बॉक्स में,
एक
बार थोड़ा सा उसके लिए सजेस्ट कर दीजिए.
हाँ, मैं इसको ले रहा हूँ और मैं भेज देता हूँ.
Yes, sir. चैट बॉक्स में क्वेश्चन है सर, किसी पार्टिसिपेंट ने भेजा है सर, प्लीज.
मैं चेक कर लेता हूँ, मैं अभी देख लेता हूँ. Any other, ma'am?
Any other query from offline or online speak?
Vipul ji, I'll give you entire steps and I'll just share with you.
Yes sir, yes sir.
You can have my number, not an issue, and I'm just sharing my number, ma'am. You can please share the number so that they can directly write also if they want.
हेलो.
Yes, sir.
सर नमस्ते सर, एक क्वेश्चन था सर, ये जो हमारा मैजिक स्क्वायर है इसमें किस तरह के नंबर यूज हो सकते हैं हमारे यहाँ पर? जैसे आपने तो केवल पॉजिटिव इंटीजर का यूज करा है, यदि इसका अंदर रियल नंबर ले लें, नेगेटिव इंटीजर ले लें या फ्रैक्शन नंबर ले लें, तो जब भी वैलिड रहेगा क्या हमारा मैजिक स्क्वायर?
Definitely. See, what I told you, magic squares are used in numerology. Magic squares can be used to make games. Magic squares can be used to make puzzles. Magic squares can be used for even signals, right? So only thing is we need to work on that, and it is not necessary जो मैं कर रहा हूँ same वैसे pattern से आप करें तभी बनेगा. It is, there can be like 3 by 3 भी. There are several ways to attempt it. The only need is we need to work on it. We need to practice on hands with it, right? जैसे simple था 3, आपका odd numbers में कोई problem नहीं आता, क्योंकि odd numbers can be odd numbers. All the magic squares could be same. They have the same pattern following, but we have to make it more on these things, and still you can apply everywhere, and as per your numbers you can change it. See, I could have given that pattern कैसे आपने numbers को decide करना है. Suppose एक छोटी सी ही puzzle आ जाती है. Now here we started right from 1 to 9, like filling the first magic square. It was numbers 1 to 9, correct? Now if a question is asked, you have to fill a magic square with some middle term is given. Now how will you decide? So very easily you can write down the numbers first. you can extract the numbers, and then you can fill it, right? But the pattern, so you need to understand the pattern. Like rightly said, it was said, maths is nothing but patterns.
Okay.
Need to understand.
Sir, is there another question?
सर यदि इसमें हम ऐसा कर लें कि एक पॉजिटिव नंबर रखें फिर नेगेटिव पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव, तो इस प्रकार से भी हमारा वैलिड रहेगा क्या ये स्क्वायर?
मैं बता देता हूँ सर। ये देखिए, अभी हम सपोज करते हैं कि मैं बोलता हूँ आपको कि 3x3 का आपने बनाना है, करेक्ट?
ओके सर।
एंड आई एम गिविंग यू कि मिडल नंबर अभी आपका 5 आया था, अभी मैं बोलता हूँ माय मिडल नंबर इज सपोज 2 एंड स्टेप. नाउ व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय स्टेप? स्टेप मींस द डिफरेंस, करेक्ट? स्टेप इज 2. लेट्स से वी टेक इट दिस वे, करेक्ट? सो आई नो माय मिडल टर्म, मुझे सिर्फ मिडल नंबर दिया गया है and my step is 2. So that means I have 4 numbers before this and 4 numbers after this.
Okay, sir.
Now, so 4 numbers could be 4, 6, 8, 10. Step 2 tha na? Here 0, -2, -4, -6. Correct? Now you can add. So first number would be here. Yes, what is the first number? -6. What is the second number? -4. What is the third number?
-2.
-2. What is the middle term now? Sorry, 0. What is middle term? 2. Then 4. Then 6. Then 8. Then 10. Now calculate. 6. 6. And here also n into n square plus 1 divided by 2. So 2 into 5. Sorry, 2 into 3 into 9 plus 1. This is one formula. But here I told you this is applicable when you take right from 1. Here first number and last number, it will give you that, or middle term 2 into 3, that is also giving you 6, right? So you can have your own magic skills, you can design or your own magic skills, but the thing is pattern. First you need to understand the pattern. So for odd it is very easy. If you understand only 3x3, everything can be done. Now it's not necessary that you have to start -6 from here. Yes sir.
Okay, thank you sir. आपने बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया, और कोई क्वेरी हो तो पूछ सकते हैं, फिर हम सेशन को ओवर करेंगे. इज देयर एनी अदर क्वेरी, ऑनलाइन और ऑफलाइन? नो. ओके, तो थैंक यू फॉर कनेक्टिंग विद अस सर. डॉक्टर योगेश सर, आपने अपना कीमती समय हमारे लिए यहाँ पे दिया. ये बहुत अच्छा लगा हमें कि आपने आज एक नया टॉपिक वर्चुअल लंच फॉर ऑनलाइन पार्टिसिपेंट्स, और यहाँ पे आ जाइए फिजिकल लंच के लिए. थैंक यू सो मच. और उसके बाद हम मिलते हैं फिर से विद इन हाफ एन आवर, 2 बजे एग्जैक्ट. थैंक यू.